Like many of you, I've read countless stories about Wi-Fi vulnerabilities. I've reported on data breaches and cyber attacks stemming from weak Wi-Fi security, but there's a big difference between reading about these exploits and experiencing them firsthand. That's why I decided to put my own home Wi-Fi network to the test. My goal was simple: to see how easy it would be to hack into my network and expose any potential vulnerabilities. Let me be clear, this was a completely legal and ethical hacking exercise. I was attempting to penetrate my own network, not someone else's. The purpose was to gain a practical understanding of the tools and techniques hackers use, and to identify any weaknesses in my own security posture. The results were eye-opening, to say the least. I was able to successfully breach my own Wi-Fi network in a surprisingly short amount of time. This experience served as a stark reminder that even seemingly secure networks can be vulnerable to attack. It highlighted the importance of strong passwords, regular security updates, and a healthy dose of vigilance when it comes to our online safety. Before diving into the hack itself, I needed the right set of tools. Thankfully, the open source community provides a wealth of resources for ethical hacking and penetration testing. For my experiment, I used a combination of Kali Linux, a Debian-based operating system designed for penetration testing, and AirCrack-Eng, a suite of tools specifically for assessing Wi-Fi network security. Kali Linux provided a stable and secure environment to run AirCrack-Eng. AirCrack-Eng, in turn, offered a suite of tools for capturing network traffic, analyzing wireless packets, and ultimately, attempting to crack the Wi-Fi password. I used a simple USB Wi-Fi adapter that supported monitor mode and packet injection, essential features for capturing the necessary data for the hack. This setup, though seemingly complex, is readily available and surprisingly easy to use, even for someone without extensive technical expertise. The first step in any hacking attempt is reconnaissance, gathering information about the target network. Using AirCrack-Eng, I scanned for available Wi-Fi networks in my vicinity. The tool quickly identified my home network, along with several others in the neighborhood. Each network was listed with its SSID, Service Set Identifier, or network name, signal strength, and security protocol. My network, like many others, was using WPA2, Wi-Fi Protected Access 2 encryption, which is generally considered to be more secure than its predecessor, WEP, Wired Equivalent Privacy. However, as I would soon discover, even WPA2 encryption can be vulnerable if not properly configured. The key to cracking WPA2 lies in capturing the handshake, the initial exchange of information between a device and the router during the authentication process. Section 4. The Handshake. Capturing the keys to the kingdom. The handshake is a crucial piece of the puzzle when it comes to cracking WPA2 encryption. It's a series of messages exchanged between a device and the router when a device attempts to connect to the Wi-Fi network. This exchange includes a pre-shared key, or PSK, which is derived from the Wi-Fi password. To capture the handshake, I used AirCrack-Eng to put my Wi-Fi adapter into monitor mode. This allowed me to capture all traffic on the network, not just traffic intended for my device. I then used a technique called a deauthentication attack. This involved sending deauthentication packets to my own device, forcing it to momentarily disconnect from the network and attempt to reconnect. During the reconnection process, the handshake packets were exchanged and I was able to capture them using AirCrack-Eng. These captured packets contained the encrypted PSK, which was the key to unlocking my Wi-Fi password. Section 5. Cracking the code, unmasking the Wi-Fi password. With the handshake captured, the next step was to crack the encrypted PSK and reveal the Wi-Fi password. This is where things get a bit more complicated as it involves brute forcing the password. AirCrack-Eng comes with a tool called AirCrack-Eng. Yes, the tool and the suite share the same name, which is used for this purpose. It attempts to crack the PSK by systematically trying different password combinations from a word list. A word list is simply a text file containing a large number of potential passwords. The success of this process depends largely on the complexity of the Wi-Fi password and the comprehensiveness of the word list. If the password is short and common, it can be cracked relatively quickly. However, if the password is long, random, and uses a combination of upper and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols, it can take significantly longer, even days, weeks, or even years to crack. In my case, I intentionally used a relatively weak password for the sake of the experiment, and Aircrack Ong was able to crack it in a matter of minutes. Had I used a stronger, more complex password, the cracking process would have taken significantly longer, potentially making it infeasible for a casual attacker. Section 6. Staying safe in a connected world. Essential Wi-Fi security practices. My experience hacking my own Wi-Fi network was a stark reminder of the importance of strong Wi-Fi security. It demonstrated that even seemingly secure networks can be vulnerable, and that taking appropriate security measures is crucial for protecting our data and privacy. Here are some essential Wi-Fi security practices to keep your network safe. Use a strong and unique password. This is your first line of defense. Make sure your Wi-Fi password is at least 12 characters long and includes a mix of uppercase and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols. Avoid using common phrases or easily guessable information. Enable WPA2 or WPA3 encryption. Ensure your router is set to use the latest security protocols, preferably WPA3 if supported by your devices. Avoid using outdated protocols like WEP, which are easily cracked. Keep your router firmware up to date. Router manufacturers regularly release firmware updates that patch security vulnerabilities. Make sure your router is running the latest firmware to protect against known exploits. Consider using a VPN. A virtual private network encrypts all your internet traffic, adding an extra layer of security even if your Wi-Fi network is compromised. Enable your router's firewall. Most routers come equipped with built-in firewalls. Make sure your router's firewall is enabled to block unauthorized access to your network. Disable WPS if possible. Wi-Fi protected setup is designed to make connecting devices to your network easier, but it can also introduce security vulnerabilities. If you're not using WPS, it's best to disable it on your router. By following these simple yet effective security practices, you can significantly reduce the risk of your Wi-Fi network being compromised. Remember, in today's interconnected world, cybersecurity is everyone's responsibility.